was once a brave young boy named Siri Carter Michael. This brave young boy had dreamed his entire life of defeating the great enemy of the land, the cheetah. In Sir Carter Michael's land, there was a great cheetah who always used to cheat and do mean and nasty things, and the people were very afraid of him. So Siri Carter Michael practiced and practiced as he grew older until finally he was old enough to go on his mission and his quest to defeat the evil cheetah. He took with him his handy-dandy trash can, because you never know when you're on a quest and you're going to need a trash can. So he carried his large metal trash can around with him everywhere, preparing and readying himself for battle. Before he got to the place of contest, he decided to stop for a little snack at a local Taco Bell. Of course, Taco Bells are great snacks for young, aspiring knights like Siri Carter Michael. So he stopped and got his favorite thing, a Crunchwrap Supreme, and started to eat it. When all of a sudden, out of the sky began to fall rain. Said Siri Carter Michael, "I left my trash can outside!" Oh no, his metal trash can was in danger of being rusted, and so he ran outside quickly and rescued it. But that's when, as he picked it up, he saw something underneath the trash can. And that something was a snake. Said Siri Carter Michael. Oh, and he was very scared, because he knows snakes are usually a bad guy. And a bad guy is not someone you want to run into if you're trying to be safe and go complete a mission. But that's when Siri Carter Michael remembered. Oh yeah, part of going on a mission is having to be brave when dangerous things come up and try to stop you. And so he lifted his trash can, readying himself for battle. But the snake was not going to give up that easily, because this really was a bad guy. And it was a bad guy named Gary. Said Sir Carter Michael. "No, your name's not Gary. How can that be?" "Yes," said the snake. "I am Gary the Scary Snake. And I'm here to stop you. The cheetah knows that you're coming, and he's not afraid. But he just sent me to make sure you didn't get any further." "Oh no," said Siri Carter Michael. "I may need more than a trash can to defeat this bad guy." And that's when he began to feel sad. "What else do I have?" thought Siri Carter Michael. "All I brought with me was this trash can." That's when he remembered. Looking inside his trash can, he saw something orange. "Yes," said Siri Carter Michael, reaching into the trash can and pulling out some old orange peels. "Ah! I've got you now, Gary the Scary Snake." "What?" said Gary the Scary Snake. "What are you going to do with that?" And, knowing there was only one option, Siri Carter Michael threw the orange peels at the snake, walloping him right in the nose. Said the snake, trying to get the smell of the stinky old orange peels off his nose. But he couldn't do it. And with that orange peel scent, it threw off the snake's ability to see, and he didn't know where Sir Carter Michael was. Started running in circles and running and slithering and sliding. He was going crazy. That's when suddenly, he was in the trash can. Siri Carter Michael had very cleverly trapped him inside the trash can and put the lid on top. Later on, he took him to a nearby river and let him swim away very fast. Siri Carter Michael thought that was a pretty good way to deal with such a snake. He didn't think he'd see Gary any time soon, and so he went along his quest. The further on he got, suddenly he heard a commotion up ahead of him. He ran up, and he saw, to his great surprise, Spider-Man. Spider-Man was in the trees of the forest, fighting all sorts of bad guys. He was flinging and springing and all this other stuff with his webs. And Sir Carter Michael said, What's up, dude? Spider-Man said, well, just their everyday thing, being your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in the forest. Oh, cool, said Siri Carter-Michael. I'm kind of a brave guy who helps to fight bad guys. Do you need a hand over here? Sure, said Spider-Man. Quick, throw me something. Siri Carter-Michael didn't know what he could throw, but he reached inside his trash can and pulled out a baseball and threw that baseball to Spider-Man. And Spider-Man used that baseball to single-handedly defeat all 10 of the bad guys he was facing. Wow, said Siri Carter-Michael. Man, it must be so great and easy being a superhero. You can just use superpowers to fight these bad guys. Yeah, it is pretty easy sometimes, said Spider-Man. But I bet with a little brave guy like you, you can fight bad guys too. And then he swang away on his webs. Said Siri Carter-Michael. I guess it's time to dance. And with that, he started doing some moves, flinging his arm and kicking his legs. And I know what you're thinking. Why would you dance after just seeing Spider-Man fight bad guys and needing to get on your quest? Well, it just so happened that Siri Carter-Michael is really good at dancing. And when he dances, he actually moves faster. So by dancing, he was speeding up his travels and getting to his destination faster. Anyways, he was kicking and punching his arms up and down and to the sides and rolling around and all sorts of cool stuff. And everyone that saw him said, man, he's got some clean moves. He knows what he's doing. Whew, said another person. That guy is working like my dad. Which is kind of an odd thing because most people don't dance for a living, but there are some that dance for a living. And perhaps that gentleman's dad was still a dancer. Good for him. Moving on. Siri Carter-Michael was dancing and prancing when suddenly he saw a mansion. Said Siri Carter-Michael. I wonder if that could be the Cheetah's mansion. And he had a sneaking suspicion that it was, because all over this mansion were big black spots. And it was kind of a yellow mansion. So it kind of looked like a house, but it was painted like a cheetah. And so Siri Carter-Michael, putting two and two together, thought, yep, this must be a cheetah. And so he walked up to the door until he realized, no, wait, I shouldn't go in the front door. I should sneak up to the back, try and get surprise on this evil cheetah. So he sneaks up to the back, and as he's going, he pulls out the only other trick he has up his sleeve, or should I say in his trash can, and he pulls out a matchbox car. Yes, said Siri Carter-Michael, this is exactly what I need to defeat the evil cheetah. Man, the only thing else that would be helpful to me is if I had a friend here. And that's when suddenly Theo appeared. Out of nowhere, Theo just popped in and said, hey, Siri Carter-Michael, I hear you're ready to fight the cheetah. I'm in. Let's go get him. Yes, said Siri Carter-Michael, just what I needed, and they fist bumped. Boom! So, Theo pulled out his own little matchbox car, and they snuck into the cheetah mansion, looking from side to side, waiting for signs of the evil cheetah. So they walked and carried the trash can and the matchbox cars as it rained outside, when suddenly they heard a sound. It's kind of a scary sound. But don't worry, they weren't too scared because they were brave, and they knew what they had to do. They had to save everyone that was being attacked by this evil cheetah. And so they went on with their matchbox cars at the ready. That's when, all of a sudden, the lights flipped on, and they saw the cheetah atop the Great Wall of China. Now, I know what you're thinking. I didn't know we were in China. And you would be right. This story doesn't happen in China because there's no cheetahs in China. Everybody knows that. But somehow this cheetah had made a copy of the Great Wall of China, and the entire thing was in his house. And when he turned on the lights, Theo and Siri Carter-Michael realized they were trapped inside the Great Wall with the angry cheetah. Said the cheetah, you came to eat me. But now I'm going to eat you." Then he showed his dangerous claws and his very, very sharp and prickly teeth. Ooh, and Theo and Siri Carter-Michael began to rethink their plans. Said, "Oh no, this is maybe not such a good idea." "But no," said Theo, "we've got to be brave. This enemy needs to go down, because he's a bad guy." "You're right," said Siri Carter-Michael. "We must be brave." And so they stood their ground and said, "We're not afraid of you, Cheetah. We are ready to do battle here and now." Laughed the cheetah. "You have nothing that can defeat me." And he jumped down right in front of them and started to inch slowly towards them, step by step, with his dangerous paws and his sharp teeth. Little did he know, Siri Carter-Michael and Theo had their matchbox cars. That's when, with a little wink in between them, they suddenly threw their matchbox cars on the ground with a very speedy throw, and the cars rolled super fast, right as the cheetah was about to step on the ground. And so instead, he stepped on the matchbox cars that were speeding by and slipped, and he flip-a-dooed all the way over and whallop, landed on his back. "Ooh, ah!" said the cheetah, and they knew they would never hear from him again, because he fell into a giant trap door that he had set there to trap the boys. "Ha ha ha!" said Theo and Siri Carter-Michael. "That cheetah fell into his own trap. Serves him right." "You got that right," says Theo, and they fist bumped again. Boom! Whew! All right. Well, what do we do now? I don't know," said Theo. "I guess we should go try and help all the people that Cheetah was scaring." "Good idea," said Siri Carter-Michael. And so there they went, up and over the Great Wall of China, feeling very happy. The end.